Alright, welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode 401. Yep, still a little while before I catch up with, basically Sentai. This is still technically the third longest view series of my channel. Yeah, third longest. So here we're discussing episode number 1136, Kuma's Life. And also chapter 1154. Yes. So this episode's called Kuma's Life, which a little interesting fun fact about the title of this episode. It's also the name of the chapter that's from chapter 1102. It is also worthy for having the shortest title of all of the episodes of the whole entire series. Yes, it is one of the shortest titles. The only other episodes that share titles was the episode 1088, which I believe was a chapter associated, I believe, with Wano. No, it's actually this one. This arc here, and 974, which that one definitely is basically Wano. Yeah, that one's Wano. So basically, second episode's one, so. So what happens in this episode? Well, mostly put for this episode, it is Kuma up until the end of the episode just either reacting or witnessing events throughout pretty much the first half of the series to get his perspective on it. Like, we get his reaction to Arlong being defeated, along with seeing Jinbei and Ace getting their reaction to it. Excuse me. There's also Dragon eventually going to Rogue Town, which that's a scene that heads up his scene in Rogue Town, which was really cool. Let's see what else. There's no mention of Alabasta here. Yeah, no mention of Alabasta, which I found that to be interesting. Let's see. There is a brief scene. They actually do replay the scene of Thriller Bark when Gekomori is defeated and Zoro taking the stuff inside him. Of course, you have Kuma being summoned by the world government to have the events of Marineford. And there's also him actually. We also have Bonnie looking for him. And he goes to this island. Of course, Kuma's like, you can't see me. And then, of course, you have another scene with him actually seeing Bonnie. Which, according to this, might be the last time we see him. Because, well, what's going to happen to him. So, and then around the same time this is happening, Luffy had just punched the Celestial Dragon. This is basically during the events of the Sabaody arc. Yes, and then after that, when we see him shoot all the Straw Hats off, they skipped the scene of him talking to Silver Rayleigh. I'm surprised they cut that out there. So, of course, he says the reason why he did this was because they weren't ready yet. And then, right afterwards, we have basically an extension of the flashback that was established in Return to Sabaody. Actually, I think we established another one. Now, they don't show Marineford here because we've shown that multiple times, of course, this series. They do reference Marineford a little bit here with, oh yeah, this is the thing where we have Ace being executed. And then we kind of show the scene here of Kuma losing his free will, which is a very, very sad scene. He basically makes a copy of his memories, so Vegapunk gets some of the research. And then he tells Vegapunk, thank you. He does mention the whole pre-programmed thing of, like, keep an eye on the Straw Hat ship at Fenza Marineford until one of the Straw Hats show up, which that Straw Hat happened to be Frankie, the ship's carpenter. Interesting. It's like, as soon as he saw him, his first words were, mission complete. And, yeah. And then, of course, then you see him lose his free will, despite the fact that Vegapunk could be easily made the device to simply switch off. Nope, take it out, because well, I'm obedient to the world government. So, it happens. Vegapunk is so sad he has to do this. And Then we come back and we just jump straight back to present day, where Bonnie is finished. Apparently, it's that Bonnie is going through all of these memories. End of the episode, despite the fact for the last episodes, when we started this, she was in the hands of Saint Saturn, like inside of his giant hand. But this probably was taking place before then. But damn, what a really good episode! Oh my gosh, I love this thing. This was really awesome. And overall, really good. So that is pretty much that particular video. Please be sure. Oh wait, almost forgot. There's a new chapter. Yep, can't even die. The cover image is Oko-Chao Yamato's Golden Harvest Soga Pilgrimage, Volume 38. Go pay your respects at the grave of the hero born in the West Blue, raised in Ringo. What we see, Yamato, page 1. I think that's Kui, and I believe that running is Uti. Yes, so first off, they reference the events of a flashback from Whole Cake when Charlotte Linlin decided to partially destroy a village. And like before, Draw was killed by a young girl, basically Whole Cake. So, bless you. Welcome. So, apparently, King Harold thinks his child is a curse. Have to kill it for some reason, despite the fact he has the same horns he does. Like, oh, it's a curse because to kill his father. Yeah, people being hungry. You have people being attacked in Hellbath. All about curse, and you have Hirogen. Yeah. And of course, Hirogen's mom basically is like, why? My son's the cutest boy in the world. It means he's literally the world's oldest boy. And I think it's Harold basically just like, yeah. Actually, no, it's somebody else who's threatening to kill him. And then Harold proceeds to, don't make me pound you, punch the guy. And of course he's shocked the fact his kingdom suffered through starvation, so they brought food. Yep. He of course happy to see his son, but for some reason Loki's got a bandage on his eyes. Not sure why. Yeah, it's something really weird. Because he has also in present day as well, where he's got bandages over his eyes. And then his wife has died, who was mother of one of his 2 children. So Loki's mom is somebody who he met when he was outside of Elbath, which seems very similar to when Odin met Toki. And in the case of his other queen, who he married, one whose mother Hirogen, this one in particular, I think he was actually arranged to marry this one, which I think Odin may have taken this from DC Comics. You know, the other wife, basically somebody he did not want to marry, and the first one be someone he actually really did want to marry, and marry her, and they have 2 different mothers from his 2 sons. Sounds very similar to Darkseid from DC Comics, where Calabanc's mom is somebody who he really loved and got married. But then in the story, his mom, Dr. Mom poisoned her, and then he was forced to marry the woman who became the mother of Orion, the man, his son was destined to kill him. Which, that is all similar to this too, except that he was second son, not the first son. Lots of bruises. A friendship between the trade villages, and Ida basically is here just doing her bar. Like, everyone's having a good time. Talk about H-Enemy and Loki's getting a little bigger. His horns get bigger too. We have a bit of ruffian stuff here. Yep. And then all of a sudden, the rock pirates show up. And this shocked me when I just saw this. Rock's D X-Spec. Yeah, I know about this guy. He was the captain of the Rock Pirates. But This caption really surprised me. Future captain of the Rock Pirates, and in parentheses, the father of Blackbeard. As in the man who basically kind of indirectly started Marineford in the first place. The man who basically weaseled his way to become a warlord, just basically expand his crew. And we see part of his early crew here. We see, okay, so behind him is, I kid you not, we have Whitebeard, Shiki the Lion, and Charlotte Linlin. Now these are basically the early prototype of the pirates. Which, now here's the thing about Rocks, that part of the story. No one knew what the heck this guy looked like. All everybody knew, he existed. Just like in the case of Vegapunk. And that's him. That's Captain Rocks. And no wonder why it says Father of Blackbeard. He looks exactly like him. Like, this is a shocker to me. Because I don't think anybody ever expect that Blackbeard was the son of Rocks. Of Rocks D. X-Men, the captain of the Rock Pirates. No one ever suspect that. I don't think there's any hints of these two being related. And then, like, oh, we have the shocking revelation that he is, in fact, his son. That Rocks is the father of Blackbeard. I'm like, what? That is the biggest shocker of this whole chapter. Oh, by the way, my ranking of this chapter, it is a 10 out of 10. It is so awesome. I love this damn thing. I really do. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, with this very episode, because the episode today, they went up to episode 1102. They have exactly, get this, 13 chapters left. You're like, what? 13 chapters? Yeah, 13. I think they've shown silhouettes of him, but they never actually shown him in person. Like, this is shocking. I would love to know everybody's thoughts on this revelation related to Rocks the X-Bic, where his appearance, like what he actually looks like, and the fact that Blackbeard is his father. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the other girl was not... I thought it was Linlin. I was right with the other two being Whitebeard and Shiki. So it turns out that the girl in that picture was not Charlotte Linlin. It was Buckingham Saucy. You're thinking, who's that? Oh yeah, the old lady who is the mom of Edward Reevil. You know, the kid who... The guy who... This 35-year-old man who claims to be the son of Whitebeard. Yeah, and the fact that she has a frickin' clone. Oh yeah, definitely. Who is basically just a clone of her. Yeah, she's currently in the current arc right now. She's 36. Wow, 36. Yep. Oh, and I'm gonna meet her. I think this is. I don't think this is the same. I think it's a different one. No, this is a different one. Yeah. I think this is the one I'm going to meet at. There's a person very similar name on me at Shogi Expo. Let me take a look at that for sure. Shogi. Here we go. Just hope they didn't cancel, because I think this might be. Well, I think it might be it's a different person. But yeah, good stuff here. Loved it. But yeah, that's pretty much a particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up is going to be, well, back to beginning after the end. Okay, thanks you. Bye.